So man, I've seen a lot of people complaining about this show, The Chosen. And they like, oh, this show is blasphemous. You shouldn't portray Jesus on a TV show or film or anything. I don't know, man. I see all these complaints, but I find them odd. Okay, am I mistaken? Because I grew up watching all type of films about Jesus Christ and seeing TV shows. Okay, you had films about Jesus. You had films about other people in the Bible. I mean, dude, I remember watching King of Kings, the greatest story ever told, Passion of Christ, you know, the Ten Commandments. Um, I mean, they got all kinds of biblical movies and films that have been made over the years. If you go on Amazon, Amazon has a ton of them. Okay, by other characters in the Bible as well, and actual miniseries about Jesus Christ or the apostles. Am I mistaken, man? Because I don't remember seeing all these complaints. I remember a lot of those biblical film people loving them and talking about, oh, they're great. Now, there may have been a few people who didn't like them or disagreed, but I don't think as many people as who complain about The Chosen. Now, I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people complain about The Chosen because it's popular, and people like to rag real on something that's popular. Okay. Also, they say, well, it's not biblically accurate. There's some changes here. They omitted some stuff. Dude, what biblical film have you ever watched or TV show that was ever 100% accurate? Um, I don't know, but I no, I don't remember. I don't remember all these people complaining about the Passion of the Christ or King of Kings or Ten Commandments or any of these movies or TV series. Oh, it's not 100% accurate. They changed some slight stuff. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's a bad complaint. I'm just saying be fair. It seems to me like a lot of Christians are harder on this show than they've been on other films or TV series that have come out in the past. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have rose-colored glasses for the past, but it doesn't seem to me like so many Christians was as hard as other material, other TV shows and films that were about Jesus Christ or other people in the Bible as they are on Against the Chosen. Um, then I see a lot of different complaints, man. Okay, like one is, oh, they don't need to watch that. They just need to read the Bible. They could just read the Bible. That's true. But man, a lot of people don't like to read. I'm a reading hype. Um, Years ago, okay, decade, well, actually a long time ago, when I first got my first real job, man, I would go there and I would just buy book after book after book to the point where my whole room was just filled with books. I had to start giving my books to the library because I didn't have any space. But the thing is, I read a study years ago. The majority of books that get purchased in the United States of America only get purchased by a small portion of the society. Okay, so a small portion of people do the majority of reading. A lot of people don't like to read, and I'm assuming that's not just the United States; that's other countries as well. Okay, uh, these people, a lot of people, are not going to read the Bible. Matter of fact, they're not going to read anything. A large chunk of people don't like reading. Okay, so stuff like The Chosen, that's a way to reach these people and get them interested enough to say, oh, okay, you know what? I don't like to read, but this is interesting. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a Bible. I don't like to read, but I like The Chosen. It's taking a long time for the next season to come out. You know what, man? And I don't know what happens next. Okay. Well, man, I'm sick of waiting. Screw this. Let me go buy a Bible. Let me go read and see what happens, so I can see what actually happened next without having to wait for the next season. Okay. It's short sighted, man. It's very short sighted, in my opinion. It's like I said, it's a weird argument coming from some people who are Christians. I think it's very short sighted. Also, you know, the people who say this, they're funny to me because they'll say we shouldn't have a picture or a film about Jesus or anybody else in the Bible. But is the devil's not limiting himself to just books, man. You got demonic content in movies, TV shows, books, music, video games. Any possible place he can put his demonic content, he's putting it there. He's not saying, "Oh, well, I'm only gonna do some I'm only gonna have occult books. That I ain't gonna do nothing else. No, the devil is in everything. Everywhere he can go, he's going. So it's kind of strange to me that you have some Christians who only want to limit the gospel to the printed word. Okay, and hey, let's not touch film or TV or video games or any of these other areas. We just let the devil have that. That's counterproductive to me. Now, maybe I'm wrong. God forgive me. I think that's extremely counterproductive. It doesn't seem to make any sense. Also, another thing, okay. For the sake of argument, let's say that some people say that portraying Jesus in a film or TV show is blasphemous, that it's idolatry. No, I don't necessarily agree with that, but let's say for the sake of argument that I did. What does that have to what does it have to do with portraying other people in the Bible who are not Jesus? Because I see a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't portray anybody in the Bible. Why? Okay, why? Listen, King David is not Jesus. Moses is not Jesus. Abraham is not Jesus. Okay, if I want to do a movie or a TV show about Ruth or anybody, the apostle, anybody in the Bible, why would that be blasphemy to portray them? They're not Jesus. Okay, they're not God. So why is that blasphemy? Also, these people are historical figures, so of course there's gonna be films, TV shows done about them. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't really make any logical sense to me. Why can't I do a TV show about the adventures of Jacob or whatever, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Or Noah, or a movie or a film about Noah. This person is not God. I can portray that person as much as I want. That's nothing blasphemous about that. Okay, that's not idolatry. I don't really get that argument. That argument doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, if you want to make the case that we shouldn't portray Jesus, fine. Maybe I'll give you that one, which I don't really agree with. But the other people in the Bible, that doesn't make any sense to me, man. That sounds like somebody just made up on their own. That's not biblical. There's no biblical. To me, there's no verse in the Bible that you can tell me that says I can't make a movie about Abraham or Noah or anybody else in the Bible. You're not gonna find anything biblically. That's a personal opinion in my opinion. That's personal. That's a personal thing. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me. It seems like you're actually trying to actively stop the gospel from being spread, and it's nonsense. Like I said, most people don't read. Okay, well, they could just go listen to a preacher. That's true. A lot of people don't go to church. Okay, a lot of people will never step their foot in the church. Okay, they're not going to listen to anybody preaching. So, but they will play video games. They will watch a movie. They will sit home and watch a TV show. Why not go into those other avenues? To me, that's nonsense. Okay, that you just let the devil have those other avenues. Okay, I don't know. It's weird to me. Yeah. Now, also, they say, well, portraying Jesus in any film or TV show is the same as having a graven image. I don't really agree with that. Okay, graven image in the Bible comes comes from the Hebrew word pesel, which literally means idol or carved image. Okay, so basically, this was usually done like statues or carved images out of wood. Okay, uh, I don't see anything where this has anything to do with a physical representation of a human being portraying Jesus. Okay, yeah, basically that deals with human-made objects carved out of wood or stone. What does it have to do? What does that have to do with a human being portraying Jesus? That don't make any sense. Because if you really want to get down to it, there are graven images of God. They're walking all over this planet. Okay, Bible says this. The God made human beings in His image. So if you really want to get down to it, if you're saying that somebody portraying Jesus in a film or TV show is a graven image, then we're all graven images of God because we're all made in the image of God. Okay, that the argument doesn't make any sense to me. And like I said, graven images generally mean in the Bible a carved image out of wood or stone. It's not talking about a human representing something. So no, I don't even agree with that. Yeah, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with a TV show or film about Jesus or the apostles, or anybody else in the Bible. I think some Christians are counterproductive and actually working against spreading the gospel. Okay, I'm going to keep watching TV shows and films about Jesus Christ, and hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think at the end of the, I don't think when I die that I'm gonna go to the throne of Jesus Christ, and He's gonna say, "Hey, you know what, dog? Depart from me. I see here you was watching King of Kings a lot, dog. I see you watch the greatest story ever told. I see you watch all these gospel shows. I see all these little gospel series. Nah, we can't have that, buddy. Depart from me. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I mean, teach his own, but I'm gonna keep watching these films and these TV shows, and I hope they keep making stuff like this, like The Chosen, and I hope they keep spreading the gospel because these things are bringing people to the Word of God. They're actually bringing people to the Bible. Okay, that's the funniest thing to me. It's like these things can be used as a tool to get people interested in reading the Bible. Okay, and you trying to push this technology and these tools away. It doesn't make sense to me, man. I think sometimes people just go overboard with stuff, and I think in the case of The Chosen, I think it is a case of people just going overboard with something. I mean, I think they're well-meaning, but I disagree. So I mean, just my thoughts. Okay.